Churchill Memorial, and now America's National Churchill Museum, is the hub of what makes our college unique in its international focus. Its focus on preparing young men and women to make a difference in the world as leaders of character, wherever they find themselves. Churchill is an important symbol of what we seek to inspire and to educate in our students. With this new designation, the Churchill Memorial and Library, now America's National Churchill Museum and Westminster College, will both be known as centers of excellence for developing leaders in a global community. I'd now like to turn the podium over to our very own Congressman Blaine Luetkemeyer for his remarks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Barney. Good to be with everybody this morning. It's kind of an inspirational moment here to be standing at the podium where Churchill gave his Iron Curtain speech. It's quite an awesome feeling here. This is, the museum itself is a national museum now, and it's a symbol of the nationalism of his life. But the resolution has been a long time in coming, and it's very gratifying to me to see this designation come to fruition, because it's not only the realization of a vision, but also the product of a lot of hard work by a lot of people. My predecessor in Congress, Kenny Holsoff, first introduced this resolution in February of 2007 and laid the groundwork for the bill's passage. And I'm honored to have gotten us to pass this final hurdle. As many of you know, the moment I introduced the resolution, the Missouri delegation was on my side. I was able to go to each of them, and they immediately said, yes, we want to sign on, to be a part of this. And for a new guy just out of the gate, it means a lot to be able to have every member of the delegation on board with something that you want to get done. I'm truly honored to be working with them and to be in good company with those folks. Most of all, I want to thank President Barney Forsyth, president of this fine institution, and his dedicated staff, Angie Robinson and Rob Krause, and countless others. Also want to recognize Museum Executive Director Dr. Havers for his daily devotion and upkeep to this remarkable museum and his passion for the Churchill legacy. And if you have the opportunity to go through here with Rob as your guide, you'll see that passion come out, and you see his depth of knowledge of Churchill, and his you'll be inspired by the way that he brings forth that information. The passage of this resolution redefines how most of us think about the museum, and has long been seen as a Missouri treasure that marks a significant event in world history and embodies the character of Winston Churchill and his commitment to democracy. However, it is my hope that we now fully realize what an asset this museum is, not just to Fulton and to Missouri, but also to the folks throughout this country and world. Now we can further highlight the school and museum and the work to attract even more people to the area, so that we underscore what is truly unique and important in this experience. Winston Churchill was a leader, an historian, and a man of politics, a statesman. And there's no greater compliment you can pay to a political leader than to call him a statesman. Because a statesman is someone who looks at not just what's good for himself, but what's good for the people. And whenever I call someone a statesman, it has a significant meaning, because those people are people who rise above the partisanship of politics and look at the good of the people and the country or the state or the county or whoever they serve. And no doubt, Winston Churchill, with the way he directed his country, the way he led his life, whether it was in the service of his country in the military or whether the service of his country is through all his different positions, was truly someone who was a statesman. We need to learn from our past successes and make no mistakes about how to prepare us for the future. Winston Churchill could lead us in how to do that. He was an example on how you work with other people around the world, other dictators, other tyrants, as well as presidents and prime ministers from around the world. We can take, I think, a necessary lesson from all that in today's world, as how we need to deal with and not compromise and be forceful with those who don't agree with what we need to be doing. With that, let me just say that it's exciting for me to be here today and present this resolution to the museum and the university, the memorial, for continued improvement better days ahead. I'm excited about this